Welcome to this week's Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Tiffany Brown Bush, and I am helping you through Hump Day. And it is my pleasure, it is my joy to be able to help super women live fit with happy hormones. And so I want to jump into today's topic. Over the last few weeks, I've been doing a series of webinars or videos on the lifelong stages of recovery from obesity. And it's this little wheel, and you'll see images of it on my Facebook page and on my website. The last time I did a Wellness Wisdom Wednesday, I actually tackled stage 1. So today I want to go over stage 2. And I want to tie it into something that is meaningful to a lot of the clients that come to the Fit for Life studio and individuals that just work with us in a variety of different environments, whether it's remotely and they're coaching or they're virtually working with us or whatever it is. So I want to tie it into something that's familiar to those individuals. So I know people are watching these videos that don't live in North Carolina and are checking us out and don't come to us and don't necessarily work with us. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate the feedback. We have a Fit for Life challenge that runs monthly. And it is a lifestyle program. It focuses on nutrition. It focuses on changing the diet. And the emphasis is on learning how to lose weight. But it is so much more than that. And I'm passionate about people understanding that it is not a diet. It is not a quick fix. It is not the latest fad. It is really about this movement towards eating real food and understanding that the food is making us sick. Our food choices are making us sick. Our lifestyle choices are making us sick. So the Fit for Life Challenge is about sleeping better, staying hydrated, not over exercising, sourcing healthy organic food, using a vegan protein source because you can't just eat meat all the time, and learning how to properly use supplementation within a sound protocol. Learning all those things is part of stage 1 of the lifelong recovery from obesity. Okay, that's that starting phase. So you're going to plan and prepare and do all the things that are part of stage 1. Stage 2, though, is that next stage where you take ownership. Now, in the plan, prepare aspect of stage 1, and then other aspects of it, you would be doing things like keeping a food log and weighing and taking your measurements and having an accountability partner with me and other individuals and posting foods and those kinds of things. Okay. So stage 2 is called self-motivating. And really it's about, are you self-monitoring? So what are you doing when you self-monitor? While you're measuring. So you're going to make sure you take your measurements. You're going to make sure you weigh yourself and you're mindful. Okay. So you're going to make sure that you're checking your list of things that you did when you were in the starting phase. You're mindful of doing those things. So it's going to be planning and preparing every week and prepping your food, shopping in advance, making sure your head's in the game. Okay. Then with self-motivating, you're going to do all those things with no one to answer to. There's no coaching call with me. There's no accountability partner necessarily to check in with. You are doing those things to check in with yourself. So you're keeping your food log, you're weighing, you're measuring yourself to say, am I still moving forward? That's self-monitoring. Okay. So that's the stage 2 that you're working towards if you're a challenger who's just started, you're on cycle 1 or cycle 2. And it's the stage you're shooting for if you've just started training with my husband, Justin, at the Fit for Life studio. And, you're trying to get your workouts in when you're not with Justin and you're not checking in with him. So that's what you're working on when you're in that self-monitoring stage and you're coming off of stage 1. One thing I want to say here is I see people all the time prematurely move on. And I've got to say that because I have seen people, backslide and struggle. And I saw it coming because when they were in stage 1, they weren't monitoring even with their accountability to me. That's always a red flag. If I have someone who has a hard time keeping food logs and doesn't like to measure or weigh or do the things that are part of the challenge, the first cycle, I know that they're going to have a hard time moving on. The other thing with self-monitoring is mindfulness, right? So you're being aware of what you're supposed to be doing and doing it without fail. One symptom I'll see with people who I think are not going to necessarily fare as well is they start making excuses for certain behaviors. Oh, well, I was traveling, or I was stressed out, this or that, versus strategizing around those behaviors. Okay. And there is not an attitude of correction, because you will make mistakes, but you have to have an attitude of, this is going to be something that I avoid doing in the future. Okay, I will prevent this in the future. There are a couple of things that I look for when I think somebody's really going to be able to move on and maintain those behaviors and self-monitor. I encourage you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever program you're in, be honest with yourself. The last thing you want to do is spend 2 months, 3 months, 6 months working on something only to not be ready, but be ready to move on because that's what you're supposed to do, or your budget is saying you need to, and you're not really ready, and waste that time that you invested and regain weight or relapse, basically. So be honest with yourself. And if you have a coach or you have a therapist, a counselor, tell them that you need that additional support, but whatever your limitations are, because you may be able to come up with some sort of step down program. Okay. All right. So that's this week's Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. Please like the video, share it, comment on it, all that good stuff. Visit our websites. www.f4lwithtiffany.com is my personal website. Then the fitness website is www.tiffany'sfit4life.com. And until the next time, live fit.